welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm Mav.
And I'm Coug.
They call me Jester around here.
And this is
Method
to the Madness. Method to the
That's what I said. All right.
So today we got on a very special guest.
A bit of an athlete himself. Roll the highlights, Hollywood. You gonna live your whole life in the mud, or you can get out of it? Huh? You wanna go fast like Rudge? You think you're quick? Think you're a dog? Yeah. Get him, Cole. Get him. Don't let him say that shit. Think what he did. Get him, Cole.
As you can see, a very talented guest we have.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
You see that? That was my favorite one.
That was a sick tackle.
Yeah. Thanks, Johnny.
CFL draft prospect. Bit of a some would say emotional guidance counselor for some.
Some would say that.
Yeah.
Some would say that.
Overall, just very successful. We're happy to have you on, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
joining us.
Yeah, it's an honor to
Yeah.
be on this good show or podcast. And I'm
And,
just happy to be here and hope to help these guys out, make some picks, and get you guys some money.
That's what we're here
That's
for.
what we
That's
do.
why we do it.
Why don't you give the people a little show of that jersey of yours? What'd you
Yeah,
bring
what are
on
you wearing
today?
Tell us what you're wearing.
Yeah, so I got a little Duke baseball jersey here.
Get up here. Get up here.
The
Let's see.
stand up. The,
Yeah.
the black edition.
Nice.
Number 23 on the back. A Sonder. Some of you guys, who is this? So
Yeah.
it's actually Mike Stud, the rapper. He used to play baseball at Duke. So
Fun fact for
Did
you.
he really?
Fun
I didn't know
Fun
that.
fact for
I didn't know
everybody
that.
at
How
home.
do you know how he got into rapping?
I think like he heard a bit of my early mixtapes.
Oh, yeah.
and was inspired.
Okay.
You have the.
He's older than who's
Like my early mixtapes.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So last week was week 14 of the NFL season. Penny Parlay went 10 for 13. So
10
not
for
too
13.
bad.
We were 3 picks off.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's it's you either hit or you don't, right? And we didn't hit. So
There's
yet
no-
again, another not so successful parlay. But those single picks, if you're hitting the single picks, you're making money every time.
We're coming down to the wire here in the season, so we're going to have to tighten her up a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A couple of the games that kind of pooched us was the Chiefs Raiders, Jets Saints, and Bengals 49ers. The Chiefs Raiders, we had under 48, and the final score was 48-9 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That
man.
was tough. I was really hoping for this Chiefs defense to show up, and they did. Unfortunately, the Raiders defense did not.
They did not. I think we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah,
I
we
feel
did.
like we did. We knew the Chiefs were gonna win though.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It's just we got unlucky with the under.
The Jets Saints game, we had over 43, and the final score was 30-9.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the flack for that one. I put that as my lock of the week.
Yeah.
I fully believe that 39 points.
Come on.
You telling me? I think that with over under was 43, right?
43.
In a football game where two teams can't play defense, nobody can score more than 43 points.
The
We were
problem
4 points
was
off.
the Jets' offense
You think the
was
Jets offense?
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Zach Wilson did not look good at all.
I was under the impression
And-
Joe Flacco would be getting in there.
Were you?
And
I
that guy is an elite quarterback.
That guy
if
has
I've
been
ever
elite.
seen
He's
one.
an elite quarterback in this league. I remember as soon as COVID was coming out,
Yeah.
first headline I read, Joe Flacco tested positive for being elite.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, you did
I could
bring-
have told you
you
that
did
one.
bring that one up.
Didn't need a COVID test
You
to
did.
find that out.
You did not.
Had he been playing, would have been a different story. I told you I thought Elijah Moore would pop off. Under Joe Flacco, he probably would have. That wasn't the case this week.
And the last game was the Bengals 49ers. We had the Bengals as a money line pick, I believe, and they lost 26-23. That game went into overtime.
It
did. I think it did. It did go into overtime. Joe Burrow was looking pretty elite, I must say. Unfortunately, Jimmy G had a good day himself, so
Yeah, it did.
yeah. And that's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. We're close.
300 yards
Close,
for
but
Jimmy
no
G.
cigar.
Close, but no cigar.
And Coug, how'd you do on your can't miss parlay? Yeah.
So for my picks this week, my can't miss parlay.
Yeah.
We went ahead and lately, I don't know if you guys are looking at these picks. I don't know if you're betting on these picks, but you really should be because we are just on fire. Can't miss parlay. I had the Titans money line lock hit. Ravens +3. Some people were worried. I wasn't. Lock hit. And then the Cowboys money line. You knew they were going to beat Washington football team. 3 for 3. Easy money parlay. My underdog of the week.
Yeah.
The Rams playing the Cardinals. Cardinals were favored. Was it
2.5?
1.5? 2.5?
2.5.
2.5 point. Pretty much a pick 'em almost. But you had to know the Rams needed this more than the Cards did. And you know what we said on the show?
What did we say?
What did we say on the show?
We said this is the week OBJ starts his climb back.
I remember you saying that.
You're an avid watcher.
Yeah.
You would know that. And he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, the Rams altogether, I think, looked a lot better.
Yeah.
No
No Ramsey either.
No Ramsey.
No Ramsey.
COVID-19.
Damn.
Omicron. It's catching the league.
Omicron, hey?
Omicron is
Omnitrix.
just catching all over the league.
Wow.
It's
They should do something about that.
They should. They should put a vaccine out or
Yeah.
something.
That'd be a good idea. If Bonnie Henry's watching this, fix it
Yeah.
Yeah.
somehow.
Bonnet.
And maybe add me on Snapchat or something, Bonnie.
What's yours? Why don't you shout out your Snapchat for anybody who's watching who might want?
Nah, it's okay. It's fine, man.
It's okay.
He's
You never
good.
know.
I don't. If you have my Snap,
She could be watching.
I think.
fine, man.
Okay.
It's fine. Just
Okay.
continue.
Let's
Well,
continue.
so then my issue then, again, Rams money line was a hit. Can't miss parlay was a hit. So 4 picks right there. Bang, bang, bang. Free money. Lock of the century for the first time since we started doing this. I missed my lock of the century.
Damn.
That's tough to say. Back-to-back weeks, 1 pick off a sweep, but this week it was the Saints and Jets over 43 that really got me. I think we've talked enough about that, but
Yep.
that hurt. What about you? Why don't you talk to us here?
Well, I hate to toot my own horn.
Oh,
but
toot
if
it.
You can hit the horn button real quick.
You mean that horn button?
Okay, fine. If you're gonna toot my horn, I did go perfect sweep last week. The picks were on fire.
Wow.
So we had the Packers money line, easy win over the Bears.
Yep.
Packers own the Bears. We had the Seahawks money line, easy. Texans suck. Seahawks are starting to be a little bit better, but I'm still not fully sold on them. And then we had the Titans minus 8.5 over the Jags. Titans are undefeated against the spread coming back from a bye, and this is what happened again. So now they're 4-0 under Mike Vrabel. Keep that out for next year. My underdog pick was the Falcons plus 2.5 over the Panthers.
Great pick.
Panthers are terrible. Their quarterback situation is awful. Yeah, easy pick. Falcons look good. And my lock of the century was Cowboys minus 4.5. Easy.
And a lot of people were surprised when you made that pick because of how high you'd been riding.
I
the
was a big
football
Washington
team.
football team fan, and I rode their coattail as far as I could, but it was my bus stop. I pulled the line. Time to get off.
Yep.
And I think I got
What do
off
you
the
think
right
their
time.
next team name's going to be?
The Washington Red Fox.
The what?
Red Fox.
The red, like one fox.
Yep.
a singular.
Not foxes.
Well,
the red fox.
I
it's
think
the-
it's fikes.
Fix?
That's
Feeks?
the
The red
plural.
feeks?
Feeks, 2 E's, 1 X.
EEXS. The feeks.
Apostrophe.
No. The X is
Apostrophe.
the S.
So that means like it's the feekses.
X.
The
The
best- it's
feekses.
The feeks. Okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
red Feeks would
I
probably
wonder-
be my guess.
Or do you think do you think they like the name, the football
No,
team so
I don't
much?
think anybody
I
likes
feel like
that.
it describes them perfectly.
Yeah.
It kind of does suit
It's
their team. They
that's
do
kind of their brand now.
Maybe like basketball team.
Like the Washington
basketball team. That would get confusing.
That would get confused. Is there the Wizards?
Yes,
Yeah.
What if they're the magicians? The Washington magicians.
that would be a great.
Has
name.
anyone thought of that yet? Am I
No.
the first guy to come up with that?
What if they were the Washington Chris Angels?
Why
He's like
Chris
a
Angel?
He's a magician.
Now that is thinking.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we're moving on to this week, eh?
Yeah, let's move it on.
Let's move on.
You
So-
know.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Oh,
take this
you
one.
are you sure?
Yep.
I thought we should start off right away. Let's go with a big divisional game. You got the Cowgirls versus the Giants.
Getting funny with team names now, aren't we?
Well, when we disagree on things, I think it's important to air that out.
All right. You like the Giants in this game.
Giants
think-
plus 10. I want to elaborate.
You think
Plus
that
10.
the Giants can get this plus 10 against the Cowboys?
I don't think the Cowboys can get more than 10, more than the Giants. And you know what? It's because I think the Giants' defense
Yeah.
is going to step up.
Well, I came out with this stat last week that
Mm-hmm.
the Cowboys are 7-0 against the spread against in-conference teams. This is an in-conference game. and the Cowboys did play Washington in conference, and they covered the spread again. So now they're 8-0, and you're still going to roll with these Giants?
I will. If not, I do have an alternate pick that I just decided upon within the last 30 seconds. So I put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
Under 44.5. Tell me Micah Parsons isn't going to get 6 sacks tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday, whatever day this game's on now.
Yeah, he will, but like the Giants are still playing with Mike Glennon. Like I think the Cowboys can win this game easy.
I'm not saying they won't win it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not going to be by more than 10 points.
But who do the Giants have that can put up points?
I think just bullshit.
Rise and John.
Give that man the ball.
Who do you have in this game, Jester?
Yeah, Jester,
yeah.
Talk. You break this stalemate.
So if I had to choose between the Cowboys and the Giants, I think I'd have to go with the Giants.
Give us why. Why is that?
Well, with the points that you said, Mav,
Yep.
I agree with all of them. Coug.
Yeah.
Coug is what I said. This mic just doesn't pick it up properly.
Hollywood, can you please?
Can you fix
Can you
it?
get us a good mic?
This one picks it up.
Okay.
Man.
So yeah, I agree with everything that Coug has been saying about the Giants.
Now it worked.
There we go. And I also, like I said, I have an insider player in Rise and John on the Giants.
Oh, shout out to Rise and John. Shout out to the clan.
We don't say that anymore.
Never mind. No shout outs.
Okay, so you guys both have the Giants to cover plus 10.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Plus 10.5, sorry.
Let's.
Is that what? Okay, I don't like that pick.
I think we lock her in.
Okay, do it, but I don't agree with it. Just so it's on the record.
Lock. I drew a little lock.
Okay, next game we had up. Another divisional game. Jets versus Dolphins.
I'm licking my chops at this one.
What are you licking your
I know.
chops about?
Every week the Jets play is another opportunity for Joe Flacco to get on the field. And that's another opportunity for them to cover the spread. And I can't tell you enough how much I love Jets plus 10 here. I don't like the Dolphins one bit.
What if Zach plays?
You telling me you're gonna play Zach over Joe Flacco?
Probably.
Giuseppe Flacco.
Yeah.
He had the greatest postseason run in NFL history.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
That was not 10 years ago. It's 2020 what?
It was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Dude, he's probably 8.
Damn.
Dude, Zach Wilson's playing. You can't just say Joe Flacco.
We need math
from
guys on the show.
Joe Flacco from the bench is going to change this game.
I just think that they cover, to be honest. If I'm giving my honest opinion.
Dude,
Plus
but the
10.
Dolphins defense is elite, and the Jets, who'd they play last week? They played.
I think they got wrecked by the Broncos, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
they played a good defense last week. If it was against the
Broncos.
Broncos.
But they want to get pounded 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
especially
but they
to a
can't put up. They don't have anything to do on offense. They're lost.
But what's so good about the Dolphins?
The Dolphins have a good defense.
Do they?
Yeah, like the Broncos have a good defense. The Dolphins also have a good defense.
Let me see the numbers put up in this in the last Dolphins game. How about that?
Okay, Jester,
Who'd they
what do
eat
you have here?
I went along with the Dolphins.
Dolphins. That's a smart choice.
Agree with everything that Mav said, and you know I think Tua, man, the guy's on a tear. People have been hating on him.
You're on the Tua train.
I am.
Yeah.
I never got off it, to be honest.
Oh, you were always on.
Yeah.
It. You never were in the bust category.
Nope.
Some were even calling
I
them
hate-
Pua at a point.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, everyone but me.
I guess so.
You know,
you're riding high at the Dolphins. I got the Dolphins, and it looks like Coug is changing his mind there.
I'm not changing my mind. I still like the Jets to cover, but if Jester's saying Dolphins,
Dolphins money line.
okay, I can go with a money line pick.
Dolphins
Money line
money
I can
line.
go with. Money line I can go with.
Okay, because they're gonna win.
I do think they'll win. Now this game, wow.
The next one up.
You completely turned your back on the Washington football team.
I told you I got off that coattail.
What the hell did Taylor Heineke do to you?
The problem is not what Taylor Heineke did to me. It's what Taylor Heineke did to himself, and he caught Omicron.
So what? Now that just made you hate him?
Let me tell you, I'm gonna go through a list real quick here.
You can't be a good QB if you catch Omicron.
The best
Is that true?
The best ability for any player to have is availability.
True.
And that's not
that's a good
what Taylor
ability.
Heineke has right now.
And
Spider
he also
senses.
has
Omicron.
oh my god.
Okay, here we go. Taylor Heineke, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Cam Sims, the backup quarterback Kyle Allen, Curtis Samuel, Jonathan Allen.
Are those all in?
These are all
Holy
players that have COVID-19. J.D. McKissick.
But
Logan Thomas. Well, he tore his ACL. But all these players are out of the game. They're all out of the game. Who are they even going to play with?
okay, as you're going through that list and naming those names,
Yeah.
tell me right now, look me in the eyes, Mav, look me in the eyes, and tell me right now you didn't feel a tingle of trap game.
Yes. Okay. But
And who would be more susceptible to a trap game than the Philadelphia Eagles?
if I said Kyle Shermer, name that position. That's the starting quarterback for the Washington football team this week.
I like him.
You know what, though? Say what you want. Taylor Heineke's first game last year,
Yeah.
same scenario. Said Taylor Heineke. Who would have known who the hell that was?
You got a point. There.
And he came and he battled. And I'm not trying to say that Washington's going to go ahead and win this game. I think they could. I think they very well could. To say it's going to be within one possession, I absolutely agree.
This is Jalen Hurts' first game back. He took a couple weeks off because of injury too.
Oh, so he's rusty.
No, he's coming back sharp, healthy.
You've been talking to him?
Okay.
Jester, what do you think?
This is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I think one thing though here, I have an insider information that this game is gonna be played on a Tuesday. Is that true?
I don't know.
That is true.
It is true.
Yeah.
So my sources were correct.
That's good insider information.
And
Holy.
it's in Philadelphia on a Tuesday. Now, have you ever been to Philly on a Tuesday?
I've never been to Philly in general.
Okay.
I've never either.
Well, I have.
What's it like?
Is it Philly cheesesteaks
On a
good?
Tuesday. Philly cheesesteaks are good. On a Tuesday. It's a weekday, right? Philly,
yeah, I
Philly
get it.
fans,
Yeah.
Philly fans, they go crazy.
Right.
You want to see them drunk on a work night?
Yeah, I imagine
do
they
that?
would be.
Yeah, I
They
think
do
they'd
that
go
in Philly?
crazy. I think they get drunk every night, but like
I thought that was
now,
just on the podcast.
now they get to do it inside the stadium on a weeknight. When kids are going to bed, they got school tomorrow.
I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah, are you
Are you
starting to
saying that this is good for Philadelphia?
I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
I'm not picking it up then. I don't know if I picked
So
up.
the Eagles fans are going to be drunk on a Tuesday,
Yeah.
but they're usually drunk on Sundays for football games as well.
Yeah.
Which is also going to be a weekday the next day.
But now they're coming from work to get drunk
Yes.
instead of getting drunk with no work.
Right.
and they're mad. They just got reamed at all day from their bosses.
Okay, well, I guess
So-
Washington football team +7 is the pick.
Yeah, I think that's what I
Or
was
does that
getting.
mean the Eagles are the pick now?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think we just locked it.
I leave it
in.
up to the fans.
All right, let's go Washington football team. I'm feeling a little funky for some reason.
Okay.
Okay. Next game we had up was Packers-Ravens. Packers at -5.5.
I'll let you start this one off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is a no-brainer. Lamar Jackson is hurt, questionable, I think, to come back. So
Questionable.
Questionable.
He's not going to play, but he's questionable.
Okay, so he's not going to play. What's the backup's name again?
He's a beauty.
Yeah.
Huntley?
Yeah,
Huntley,
Tyler
Huntley.
Huntley.
He looked good last game, but they're not going to be able to play with the Packers. Packers defense has been looking real fine lately, and on offense they can just flip a switch and turn it on. Ravens defense is missing their two top corners. They're kind of soft right now, and the Packers are going to destroy them. It's going to be more. I'd even put like an alternate spread to make it like -10 for the Packers.
Wow.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
good.
Now I know you have an opposite.
A rebuttal.
Yeah, rebuttal.
A
Good word.
rebuttal. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Let's talk about something. This Packers defense that's been looking fine lately.
Mighty fine.
Mighty fine. May I remind you that to the Chicago Bears, they gave up 30 points. 3-0. That's after getting 2 interceptions, 2 takeaways. They're still giving up 30 points to the Chicago Bears.
They had a punt return.
To the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
You know who's better than the Chicago Bears? The Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens, regardless of circumstances, you saw last week, we didn't deserve probably to come within, you
probably didn't deserve to
we
cover
probably
that
shouldn't
game.
have covered. No, sorry. I didn't word that correctly. We shouldn't have covered,
Yeah.
but we deserved to cover.
Okay.
+5.5.
Yeah.
That's a pretty close game. I was really hoping it was going to be +7. +7, I would have this would have been my lock of the week. Honest to God.
I don't think so at all.
Hear me out now.
Yeah.
The defense is going to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
The only 2 teams that have embarrassed us haven't been teams that are supposed to be like powerhouses and better than us. Okay?
Okay.
Let's take that into account. The only two teams that have beat us by large margins have been teams that have like surprised us. Bengals. Bengals weren't on the map until that game. Okay? And they're still in my head. I know everybody loves their Bengals. I'm not a big Bengals guy. I don't think the Bengals are that great.
I like the Bengals.
Second one, Miami Dolphins. We know that franchise is just a shit stain on the underwear of the NFL. They're not good. They're not good. Surprise. Those were surprises. This isn't a surprise. We know Green Bay's good.
Yeah.
This D's going to cook.
No.
They're not going to allow Aaron Rodgers to cook. You're hearing it right now. I was actually kind of thinking about the under in this game, I'll be honest. But then I thought, you know what? We're going to figure out a way to score, too. So I'm taking plus 5.5. Ravens probably aren't going to win this game. It's going to come down to a field goal that we're not going to get. It's going to come down to a field goal and we'll probably end up losing.
Yeah.
Not because we're missing field goals, because JT's going to put points on the board.
J-Tuck,
We're going to win. As long as we keep getting good field position and giving JT the opportunity to kick those in. I don't know. I'm strongly opinionated here. I'm taking the Ravens plus 5.5. It's a trap game. People have no idea what they're thinking right now. If you really want to make money on this one, I'll tell you right now, don't place your bet before the game. Get a little in-game halfway through the first quarter. Packers are going to score early probably just a field goal because they won't be able to score on the defense. That spread's going to skyrocket to like plus 8, plus 10 because Vegas is going to be scared. That's when you go all in on the Ravens. That's all I had to say. Jester, what do you think?
Those are some good points. But, you know, I before you started talking, I did choose the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
And you raised a good point about, you know, Lamar being out, questionable, but not playing. But then again, like, he is just a running back. And running back's like a thing of committee now. So, like, I feel like as long as their quarterback, Huntley, can sling the ball better than whoever I don't even know who they had before. Because Lamar played running back before, right? So I don't know who.
Flacco.
Was that Flacco?
Yeah. It's gone a full 360 about this guy.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to go with Packers. I'm going to walk.
Yeah,
that
Packers is a good pick.
Okay.
And you want to take the points?
Yeah, we'll do the points too.
I
Why
like
not?
the points.
Let's pack that in. Pack it in
Let's
for the Packers.
pack it in for the Packers. I like it.
I'm trying to help them.
Okay.
I really am.
Last game of this week's slate: Saints versus Bucks. Saints are plus 11 at Buccaneers.
All right. Another one we had a discrepancy on.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go ahead and start this one.
You go ahead.
Since you started the last one. Saints plus 11. I think this is a rat line because a lot of people are knowing the Bucks are contenders this year. Their secondary on D, it's been shaky. I don't think a lot of people have been noticing that. They've been having some big slip-ups against the Bills and when they were starting to blow that lead, it was kind of getting exposed a little bit.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was just freely slanging it, and I'm not saying that the Saints have Josh Allen by any means, but I think plus 11 is pretty large. It's a division game, and I think the Saints, the Snakes, I think they get a sneaky one here.
Because they're like slithering.
They're slithering, yeah. They're gonna slither in sneakily.
Okay, well, I think that it could be a close game because it is divisional, and you're right. Like the Bucks, like their defense, like their DBs are okay, whatever. But the Bucks are gonna win this game regardless.
They will. I don't mind the money line pick. To
your point though, the Saints are 3-1 against the Bucks, and the only game that the Bucks won was in the playoffs last year. So in regular season, the Saints have owned the Bucks, but this would mean that the Saints are going to have a clean sweep against the Bucks this year, and I don't think that's going to happen. They've already played once, and they're not going to win twice.
And that was with Jameis. And it was like, what, the first game of the year?
Early in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that the Saints can beat the Bucks twice in division. But you think it's going to be close?
I think the Saints could pull up some real buffoonery here. Like I really with plus 11 especially, that's so much cushion for them.
Jester, what do you got?
What do you think, Jester?
This is another tough one. It's been racking my brain.
Yeah, you're scraping your brain for answers.
Yeah, I can tell.
And you know, I was high on the Saints at the beginning of the season too, but
oh yeah, you like Jameis?
I do
Jameis?
like I do like Jamari. Jameis.
Is that what they call him?
Jamari Jameis. That's what they call him.
Because of his speeches, like his.
Yeah.
his yeah.
The eat the W. I'm a
Eat the W.
big believer in that.
You reenact that before a lot of our soccer games.
I do.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
That gets the
good
people
to me.
going.
Gets the people going.
And I do feel like the Saints can keep this close.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think the Bucks are probably in a with the Tom Brady luck, as they call it. I think the Bucks will squeak one out, but I think the Saints can keep it close here.
So what's
Are
the
you
pick? So what's the pick?
Chester, you gotta pick one.
You could sit. Oh.
Saints plus 11 points.
Yeah.
You could do the Bucks minus 11 points.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Lots of whispering going on.
I think we're gonna go with Saints plus 11 here.
Oh, you just let this guy.
I
get in
like
your
it.
Ear hole.
What? I told him all of his options.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Saints plus 11 it is then.
Locking that one in.
Okay. Now we go to the parlay 3-team lock parlay, underdog and lock of the year.
My
Coug?
favorite part of the show, aside from the Q&A.
My favorite part of the show is the whole show.
Wow, that's such a
that's-
better answer than what I said. You just made me look like an asshole.
Yeah,
In front of everybody.
That's all right. We put on every segment has its peaks and
Peaks and valleys.
yeah. Except
Alright.
this one's all peak. So why don't you take us away with the 3-team lock parlay? Coug?
Absolutely. My 3-team lock parlay, kind of, you know what? A little bit square except for one, but that's usually how I go on the 3-team parlays, to be honest. I do 2 square picks and then one that I just feel my gut on.
That's your formula.
That's the formula. 2 square, 1 sharp. You know what that equals?
Money.
Not a triangle.
Yeah.
The triangle that's like it looks like a house. You know, it's like a square at the bottom.
Pentagon. No. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not a math guy.
Polygon?
No, not a pentagon.
No.
Hexagon. No.
2
no.
squares.
I'm just gonna Google shapes.
2 squares. And a what?
And the
It's
roof
like
on
a
top.
square, and then it
It's
looks
got
like
the roof
this.
on top.
Oh,
Pentagon.
Pentagon. That's a
I
great
said that,
shout.
didn't I?
Dude,
say
a
that?
pentagon is
It's 5
5 though,
sides.
doesn't it?
Penta.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like a house?
Yeah,
That's 5.
that's
A
fine.
pentagon. Wouldn't that be like a... Okay, so my pentagon
Yeah,
this week, that's what I'm going to start calling my 3-team parlay.
the
My
Pentagon. Okay.
My pentagon is the Cardinals money line. Is there anything we even need to say?
No.
I think that's solid lock. Lions, I can't believe what they did to Minnesota. That ruined everything for me personally. But
So-
I don't think the Lions are ever doing that again for the rest of the year.
I don't think so.
I'm happy
either.
they got their 1 win though. I like is it Dan Quinn? Is that his name?
No, not Dan Quinn.
Who's Dan Quinn?
The head
What's the name
coach.
of the
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. I think he's a good guy. They're not winning any more games. Cardinals money line. The Los Angeles Rams money line. They're playing the Seahawks divisional game. I don't want to take the spread on that. I'm just going to stick
Stick
with
to the money line.
or not that I don't want to take the spread, but just for the parlay, find it better to stick with money lines. And then the Tennessee Titans, only 1.5 points favorites versus the Steelers.
Damn.
That's a joke.
Yeah,
That is a
that's
joke.
disrespect on the Titans.
Oh my God, is that disrespectful to the Tennessee Titans?
Thing is,
They
though,
stomp these guys.
the Titans always play with you.
They
They
do.
do.
They do play,
They do play
but
with
the
yeah.
Steelers are too sucky to even play with.
I don't know, man.
I think the Steelers are trash in my eyes. And the only thing I wrote as my note for this 3-team lock parlay / Pentagon is that I love the Rams. That was my
Okay,
biggest thing.
that
Let me
was
hear
the
yours.
biggest thing. Okay, going to my 3-team lock parlay. I got the Bengals plus 2.5. Bengals are a good team. They're gonna beat the Broncos. The Broncos have come out with a win against the Lions, and the week before they also beat. Can't remember who they beat, but they're coming off 2 straight wins. The Bengals are gonna come and show them up and show that everybody that the Broncos aren't really that good. Titans money line as well. Steelers
Good
poo
call.
caca. Don't want any of that smoke. And I also
They're
got
just-
the
ultimately, they're
Bills
just
money
stealing his
line
L's.
against the Panthers. What we're gonna do for the next
That's a good one,
upcoming weeks, I'm gonna keep my eye out on it. Is I'm just going to do whatever the opposite, like whoever's playing the Panthers, we're just gonna throw them in.
I like that. I
'Cause
like
I-
that. You really hate. You think those guys suck? Eh?
Yeah, those guys suck.
And there's no turning around.
It's gonna be tough for me to
Early in the year, their defense was kind of
that's
hot.
that's
I know.
weeks ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, so that's gonna be my picks. The Bills are 6-1 straight up in the last 7 home games, so they're gonna come out with this win.
Okay.
Easy Panthers game.
Talk to me about your underdog.
My underdog is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. They are playing the 49ers.
Money line?
No, +9.
Good call.
We're going to take the points.
Cool.
+9 is a decent amount of points. The Falcons looked good last week, and the 49ers came off of a tough loss. No. Ooh, what did they do? I think they lost. Now I'm in a pickle.
The Niners?
Yeah.
They beat
they beat the Bengals.
in OT.
Oh, okay.
Tight
Right,
game.
right.
Probably a little beat up.
Yeah. The Falcons, I think, have been looking a little bit better lately, and they play pretty good against teams that are like decent. They get wrecked by good teams, but they play well against teams that are decent, and I think that falls in the 49ers.
So you're judging this based off not so much off the Falcons, but off where you kind of rank the 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers are like a decent team. Like, they're not unreal. They can win some games, but this is like the Falcons too. Like, they can win games, but
not against
upper
echelon.
upper class teams they lose. But I think that they're going to come out with this one, or at least take the cover.
Okay. Now, I wrote down 2 for my underdog.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the honors here. You guys aren't going to get to see both of them.
Wow.
I'm going to allow Jester, as our guest host, to choose one of the 2. You got your reading glasses on?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these 2. Just give me a finger where you want it.
You know what? Let's go with this one.
Because I'm equally...
Yeah, I think
You're a ballsy man. We're going Giants +10.5. You heard it here. He was sketched out in the parlay about it. Me and Jester are all over it. Giants +10.5. Lock it in. It's happening.
On God.
On God. Let's go to the locks of the year.
My lock of the year. I had this pick before, and it's the Cardinals again, -13 versus the Lions. The Lions had their 1 win of the year. They got blown out by the Broncos last week, and the Cardinals are coming out off a tough Monday night loss. They're going to come in hard, and they're going to come in quick. They're going to come in fast, and they're going to destroy these Lions. They're going to make the Lions their punches, and there's going to be the Cardinals are going to leave with all their kneecaps this week.
Wow.
Yeah, all their kneecaps.
All the other,
so it doesn't worry you that D-Hop's gone?
Or
no, doesn't matter.
Okay.
What's
so
that?
They're leaving with the opposing team's kneecaps, or they're leaving?
No, because the Lions say that they're going to bite kneecaps off, but the Cardinals are going to fly way too high for the Lions to bite their kneecaps off.
You know what? I like that because I think the Cardinals are a good team.
Yeah.
A really good team.
Like, they are a good team.
Which is why when the Rams beat the brakes off them this week, I was impressed without Jalen Ramsey. Because of that, maybe not beat the brakes off them, but the Rams won. Because of that, when the Rams go to play can I use your term you use?
Yeah, you go ahead. Wait for
the
who?
cuckoo caca.
Poo-poo caca.
The poo-poo caca. Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm super confident taking them at -4.5. For the 3-team lock parlay, I had the Rams also that. I like to stick to money lines. But right here, lock of the year, we're going with the spread, -4.5. Lock it in. Jester isn't a fan of it. That's what we're going with.
I love it. I actually love it.
I hate
You like that?
Yeah.
Let's go, Mav.
You're going to beat the brakes off
Beat
of
the
them.
brakes off them. Now, considering we have our special guest, we're going to do a segment called Celebrity Shot.
Wow.
Where we're going to allow Jester here as our guest to give us his lock of the century, what he's willing to put his entire house on. He's put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah.
He's really been thinking about this the entire time.
He's very well prepared.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what it is. As I'm talking right now, he could probably say it. I just want to continue to introduce him and this pick through talking.
Real quick, he came up to me before the pod, and he said, "Yo, this team is gonna blow."
Oh, you
out.
already know it.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Yeah.
He said,
Like I was.
they're gonna.
I don't want to get too
absolutely
much into.
win this game.
Yeah.
So, real quick,
You should have seen the confidence radiating off of him.
Are
I
you
could
putting
feel
your
it.
money on it this week?
Yeah.
How
if
much?
I had any money,
Yeah.
I'm just taking out a bunch of loans.
College student things.
credit.
Spend a lot of money on drinks these days.
Drinks.
Drinks.
Sipping on a drink.
Sipping on the drink.
Hopefully
Well,
that CFL check comes in.
Hopefully.
without further ado, let's see that
20
see that
bucks.
celeb shot.
All right. So after further ado, I am picking as my lock of the year
Yeah.
or the century. Was it the century?
Whichever one you
Whichever
feel.
want it to be.
Okay.
However strong you
Maybe
think
the
it is.
year. I wouldn't say it's a century.
Would you go decade?
But yeah, we'll go lock of the decade.
Okay.
I'm going with the Tennessee Titans money line.
Nice.
Great pick.
Shout
That's a
out
great pick.
Adam Turn. Tighten up, baby.
We miss you, King. King Henry, not Turk.
All right, I love it. Absolutely love it.
And now it is time.
No.
We move on.
Everybody's favorite time of the show.
We get to interact with you guys.
Oh,
Lunch,
we get a live
lunch
yeah,
was
it's-
provided before.
I thought it was.
If you showed up on time.
Jesus, man, come on.
My agent said this was like we start at 4.
That Astro Media guy.
Anyways, let's get into it.
All right. So first one is coming from an Anthony.
Oh, that's new.
These
hear
questions,
that,
by
no.
the way, are all directed towards our special guest.
Oh, wow.
That was our promise to the fans this week.
Darn it.
So Anthony asked Colby. I don't know how he knew who our guest is.
What a good
leaking?
guess.
Is your manager leak?
Did he leak the news?
I don't.
You gotta tell your label to tighten up.
Yeah, this is garbage.
Well, Anthony asked Colby, how does one get out of the mud? That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Interpret that.
You guys
how
want to
you
take a stab at it? Or you want me-
Well, it said Colby, so you go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Well, I believe Anthony is referring to the mud here as a metaphor for just being down in the dumps.
I was gonna say like rain boots and
Rain-
things of that nature.
yeah.
But okay.
But you could buy some rain boots and get a job,
So you think it's
a
about
blue
money?
collar job.
Sure.
Well, could be. Could be. Are you down in the mud because of money? Because of just woman
Yeah.
or men?
Whichever
20,
floats your boat.
whatever one, or school or work. Is there something that's bringing you down, or is it just a collective downpour of like muddy rain just coming on you?
So how
Coming on.
so how do you get out?
Anthony, that is a question that I can't answer for you.
Oh.
You have to look in the mirror and take a good look of who you are as a man and as a viewer of this podcast. And you look in that mirror and you say, I'm getting out of the mud. That's the first step you got to do.
That's the first step.
And then
And
watch
then-
Method to the Madness.
Yeah.
Week in and week out and make that money back.
Yes.
Next question comes from Mateo Ayel.
I think I saw this guy's name before. It's Iule.
Ayueli.
Yeah.
Ayueli.
Okay.
Mateo, this guy says, what player inspired you to play/watch football?
Wow. Thanks, Mateo.
It's gonna be a CFL player, right?
Yeah. I was thinking, you know what? There's just tons. There's tons of people that have inspired me.
Yeah.
For one, you have Dino Jeremiah,
Goat.
the GOAT, as his name has came on this podcast. Sorry, I got a text.
It's wild. Go on.
You go on. Yeah. Shoot, I don't know. I'd say maybe. Travis Lule.
Travis. Lule.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Nice.
a good one.
That's
Yeah,
a good one. Yeah. You guys play the same position?
He was quarterback for the BC Lions, and he was ginger
Yeah.
in like the 2000s. I thought that was cool because like his hair was orange,
And the
he
colors
also
were
played
orange?
for the Lions.
Okay.
The Lions player.
So it was a race thing.
Yeah, yes. It was back then. It was allowed in like the 2000s. You're allowed to be like a little racist, right?
I don't know.
So next question comes from a Fabio Cafferty, and he asks most overrated team and most underrated team in the National Football League. Go.
That's a good question. I think most underrated team. You know, I think I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I actually think I'm gonna go with them.
Wow.
He's gonna love that.
Yeah.
Why? What do you love that?
He's a Dolphins fan.
How do you
It
know
says
that?
in his DP.
He asked a lot of
Oh,
questions.
okay. And I think most overrated team. There's a few. I think there's a lot of pretenders this year, like in the NFL in general. But I think most overrated. think I'm gonna go with the. I think I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Yeah,
I think you guys talking about them being pretenders, and I think
love that.
It's just shout out Andrew.
Those guys could have a full-on contract with SNL or a James Cameron movie because they're the biggest actors I've ever seen. Not
Wow.
good.
Good
Next
director.
question comes from Caruzi.
Yeah,
He asks, I don't even know who this is.
I don't know.
What, do you know who that is?
What's your estimate? Oh, I know.
Oh, what's your estimate of Rodrigo Blankenship's body count?
Yeah,
don't know
that's
who that
the
is.
that's the kicker for the Colts. Wears the goggles
Oh,
and
dude.
does Legos.
That's in the high thousands. No?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. Sorry to swear. I have a lot of CTE, so I don't even know if I can count that high.
Would you put that your CT? Would you blame that on any institutions you've attended?
Maybe just maybe honestly just like the Friday nights with the boys.
Yeah,
Not even football.
that'll get your head.
Just wrestling naked.
Shout
with
out
the
Tap
boys.
House for that
Whoa.
one wall. Make it-
Next question.
Okay, I think this one is from West Coast Real Estate Dad. Big fan of the podcast, big supporter. We love you, Lee. I think he's referring to me and Lucas. He says, or me. Sorry, I apologize. Myself and Mav.
Yeah.
Mav and
that's-
Coug.
who the-
Coug and Mav.
Who's that guy?
Mav and I.
Okay, Mav and
Coug and he.
Coug.
He says, who do you think is smarter and who is the better athlete of the two?
Okay.
Oh, well, this is
And
easy.
you want me to
Yeah.
answer that?
Yeah. I think these are. Do we need to answer it? Like we.
Yeah,
I think we
I
know that, right?
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I think okay.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We know. Next one. I'm gonna have to clear this question with our guest. It's from A-Turn. A-Turn's known to send in some questions that are deeply personal.
Yeah, let's do it, man. He's a big fan.
Do you
answer.
read? Is it,
It's okay, we'll just do one question from him today. We'll do
Okay.
this. We'll do it.
A-Turn asks, Colby, pick one. The person you love loves you back, play in the CFL, or become a millionaire. I think it's pretty odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you become a millionaire playing in the CFL?
You don't really make that right. I think here's the thing, though. If you think about that, I won't answer it, but
Okay.
I'll provide it with a question
Okay, you'll answer
Or
the
a
question with a
comment.
question.
or a comment. Can you just go back to it so I can?
You're choosing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You can become a millionaire. You can work hard, start a business,
Yeah.
grow it, economy.
Or just pick millionaire in this.
You could. You could play in the
Probably
CFL.
the fastest way.
You could grind, play football, work out every day. You know, all of those are external factors that you can do. But no matter like how much you work towards something,
Yeah.
you can't make that person you love you back. No matter what you do sometimes, you know?
So,
So you don't want to do the millionaire?
I think I just answered the question.
Okay.
wait. Was it the answer? You can't make a girl love you? Okay.
So
The next question.
another question about
Yeah.
the mud. So somehow the mud keeps relating to you. This one's from Matthias Triganio.
Interesting guy.
He says, define being in the mud, the benefits, and the exit strategy.
Yeah.
So we kind of went over the exit strategy. The answer seemed to be that there isn't one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to define what being in the mud is
Yeah.
and what the benefits are to it?
So yeah, I kind of defined a little bit about being in the mud, but I think in the end, in order to be truly successful, you've got to be in the mud at least one point in your life.
So the benefit of being in the mud is to be successful after the mud?
Delayed onset
Roman,
success.
have you guys ever read the Bible?
No.
No.
Romans 8.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
All the time.
Okay.
Do you have one or is it on your phone?
Like I just like did a lot when I was younger. Catholic school.
And you remember
Yeah.
all the lines?
Yeah, all of them.
So what was the Roman one?
What's
you
the
were-
last
Roman-
chapter about?
Corinthians.
Is he right? I don't
I
know.
have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Corinthian?
I just,
He's a king
Of what?
of the mud.
Like LeBron.
oh.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
in the Bible, Jesus said to his disciples, in order to get to me in heaven, you have to be born of the mud.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Everyone stop and take that in.
Feel free to write
Say it
that
again.
down.
Say it again. What do you
I
say?
don't- in order to get to me in heaven, Jesus said to his disciples, you have to be from the mud. Or like loosely translated, through like Latin
Yeah.
or Hebrew is what the Bible's written. And
Is it?
they said just be dirty. You got to be like covered in mud.
Oh, okay.
You can't be clean.
You don't think they could have met so many more
I
things?
thought the mud was a metaphor.
It was.
Oh.
Okay. Next question. Ja Garcia says, will the Dallas Cowboys win their 6th Super Bowl this year, or will COVID end their run?
Yeah.
That's kind of a stupid.
We've been talking a lot about Omicron this show.
I'm gonna interject
Yeah,
on this
tune
one.
in.
This is regardless of Omicron.
I don't think Omicron has anything to do with this.
Yeah.
I don't think Delta, I don't think Super Deluxe XL Delta,
Yeah.
Omicron variant, Megatron,
Yeah.
The
none of
Omnitrix.
those Omnitrix. I don't think any of those are gonna have an effect on why the Dallas Cowboys do not win or make a run at a Super Bowl this year.
None of the Decepticons.
I don't-
Starscream.
Starscream could be an issue.
Oh, okay, maybe
Starscream, he
Starscream.
turns into a jet.
Yeah, that's
He's sick. So no, I don't think. In my personal opinion.
No, I agree, 100%.
Okay.
Coug.
Our next question also comes from Fabo Conforti. I think this might be our last question of the day. Actually,
Okay, yeah, let's end it
Going
with a
through
bang.
these.
Bang, bang.
Actually, we'll save this one for the last one. We have one more question first. From Young Rider 22.
Wow.
I don't know what he rides. Furthest he says, furthest you'd go for a perfect penny parlay.
Ooh.
So these
Like,
parlays,
what would I do?
I'm assuming. Just so you know, these parlays pay into the thousands. So for every dollar you put down, you're making
Yeah.
usually about $1,500 if you're betting with us. Sometimes $2,000.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I've done a lot worse for a lot less.
Yes, sir. Like what though?
Specifically.
Hollywood's wondering.
I've just been in the mud.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of.
Been
okay.
dirty.
There's lots of mud today.
Yeah.
I think it's the weather.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess we
raining.
It is.
dress right. For
I
it.
would go
How
to
far
China
would
probably.
You go that far?
Yeah.
you- Oh,
By plane?
like physically?
Like I'd walk.
really?
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Well, if I
Can you dig
Can
a
you-
hole
what?
in China? Is
Um,
that a fact? Or
Yep.
is that
You could dig it right through the center of the earth.
Uh,
Then it's like a.
But aren't you-
then
what are
it's
you gonna
like a
do when you hit the
super train,
dinosaurs?
Super tunnel where if you jump in, then you fly right through it.
take a detour around the dinosaurs.
What's that? Oh, buried.
If you go
yeah,
through
no,
the
you
middle.
drill through them.
You're gonna drill through a dinosaur. You don't think that's
They're dead.
unrealistic at all?
They're dead.
Not in the center of the earth.
Oh, you're talking about the movie?
No, I'm talking about the center of the earth.
Yeah, it's just like rock and stuff. So you just drill through it.
There's lava too.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll leak out. Once
Well-
you puncture all the way through,
Yeah.
the gravity will just leak it out because the earth is flat.
Okay.
Well, just so you know, I'm looking up
Wait.
directions right now to China.
You can't drill through the center of the earth.
If it's flat.
Yeah. And end up in China.
We're just gonna fall.
This is great. No wonder we haven't tried.
Oh, you know what? They don't even have walking or biking.
Yeah, I'd say for a $1 penny parlay, I'd walk to
Yeah.
China.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
If you can't find it on Google Maps, how are you gonna know where to go?
Well, I think the problem with walking there is there's like that ocean in the way. You can't really walk on
you
that.
can just surf. No,
Yeah.
you have to teach somebody.
Surf. You could surf. What if you got on the yacht? Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
I'd walk to China if I could get on a cruise ship all inclusive that's paid for. But then the whole time I'm on the cruise ship, I just walk. Except I get to sleep 4 hours a day.
Oh, so you're saying you're doing the same kilometers of walking, but on a cruise ship?
Yeah, because you can't physically walk it. That's just
Yeah.
stupid.
Or like you're on a treadmill, like at the front of the boat.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're just like this.
I kind of like that.
Would you go to Argentina?
Yeah.
Okay, I would too. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if you would.
No, I would.
Okay.
I don't know what
like
you
in general.
No,
like, it's
for
a
the
nice
penny
place.
parlay.
Like for vacation.
No, like walking
Oh.
there for the penny parlay.
I don't know.
Would you backpedal?
Nah, it's worse than the Cavs, I think.
Depends.
There's, I bet there's rough terrain down there to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Maybe mud.
100% mud. You'd have to get through the mud.
you're gonna get caught in that mud at least 50% of that walk. Our final question today comes from Fabo Conforti. He asks, who would you want to date your daughter?
Like anybody in the
No.
world?
No, he listed 3 names.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So he asked, who would you want to date your daughter? Ray Rice, OJ Simpson, or Ray Lewis? I'll let you guys take that one away because I have a strong opinion.
These guys do have one thing in common. They all
They all
played in the
play
NFL.
football.
Yeah. Successful athletes.
Yeah.
You're also not.
Are we all answering this question?
Yeah, we can do that.
You know what? I would say Ray Rice.
Because you don't miss?
Well, he didn't miss. That's for sure. But no, because even though he throws a sweet left hook, I think him and his wife are still together.
They are still together.
So maybe he's a good guy deep down.
Okay.
I'd pick Ray Rice.
Do you want me
Jester?
to go next?
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
for it. What do you got?
You know what? I think for this one, I think I'm gonna go with OJ
Is there
Why?
a reason why?
because he didn't do it, man.
That's
You don't
true.
think he did it?
Actually,
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
the
he's-
glove didn't even fit, did it?
Didn't.
What's
Then
wrong with OJ
mhm.
then? I guess that's an even
Yeah.
better pick.
Well, what's wrong with any of them?
Well, Ray Lewis killed somebody.
Well, they all.
Okay, so I'm going to take this away right now because
Yeah.
it's obviously Ray Lewis is the legitimate pick here. He's the only one who hasn't been charged of anything out of this group. Actually, I guess Ray Rice didn't get charged either.
But did OJ Simpson get charged?
O.J. Simpson was in jail for quite a bit of time.
But
No, I
that
don't
was
think
for
it
an
the murder.
unrelated
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah.
The
The judge
still,
was racist.
like, Ray Lewis never been to jail.
Yeah.
Greatest middle linebacker in the history of the game.
'Kay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Imagine your daughter's in the mud.
Okay.
Who would you want to give her a pump up speech to get out of the mud?
I guess Ray Lewis is a good pump up
There's
speaker.
also like my daughter. Like what are we like around 20s?
20.
Yeah.
She's probably having a kid in what 10 years maybe.
I think we scale the people to their age though.
Oh okay.
Do we?
Let's say our daughter's like 25 right now.
Oh okay. So she's older than us.
Yeah.
Dude, Ray Lewis? I don't know. Actually, all of them are gonna be.
I think. Well, they each get one daughter. Yes. Now, Ray Rice is my daughter. OJ's got yours.
I guess we're being fair. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
fair.
watching, we gave you guys plenty of daughters.
I guess that's the way it is.
If you
Yeah.
wanted more than one daughter, you're being greedy.
Yeah.
To be honest, so you
Greedy
can't be
Williams.
upset. Greedy Williams.
I'd let him date my daughter.
Yeah,
Greedy Williams.
I don't know if I trust that guy with a name like that.
Yeah. He seems like a greedy guy.
He could be. He could be. Well, that's all for this week.
Yeah, that's it.
Special shout out to Jester for coming,
Jester.
being a part of the pod.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure.
Had a blast, guys, in
Oh.
this madness method
The Method
podcast.
to the Madness podcast.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
There's rumblings of maybe another special guest coming on. We don't know. Who could it be? We'll find out then.
And as always, I'm Mav,
I'm Coug.
And for this week, I'm Jester.
and this is
Method to the Madness.
Good job, man.
Get some water, Hollywood.
Oh, here, try some of this.
That's okay. Actually, never mind.
It's gonna start.
We're soaring, flying,
There's not a star in heaven that we can reach.
If we're trying, so we're breaking free.
You know the world can see us in a way that's different than who we are.
Hitting space between us till we're separate hearts.
But your
Faith that gives me strength, strength to believe. We're breaking free, soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, yeah, we're breaking free. Oh, we're breaking free. Oh.
I think we just bodied that. I think we just bodied that.
all we need is one take, dog.
One take.